Epic Universe has opened up to everyone except for the general public, and its praises are plentiful. But how does it compare to the reigning king, Islands of Adventure?
I'll be comparing these parks based on 4 factors: rides, theming and immersion, broader family appeal, and finally, technological innovation. First of all, and obviously most importantly, let's talk about the rides. This is where the real battle begins. The most obvious comparison to be made here is Stardust Racers at Epic Universe and VelociCoaster at Islands of Adventure. Now, I haven't been on Stardust yet, but from what I've heard on social media, a lot of people are actually putting it above VelociCoaster, which to me is a bold claim. Personally, I'm not ready to agree with that just yet. VelociCoaster is still my top pick. However, to be fair, let's be generous and give Epic Universe the point over VelociCoaster since it clearly has strong hype and early praise. Moving on, there's no contest when you compare Hagrid's to Hiccup's Wing Gliders from the How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berkland. Hagrid's absolutely obliterates it. It's longer, more immersive, and far more thrilling. Wing Gliders looks great for families and immersive and thrilling, but Hagrid's is on a whole nother planet. Next, let's talk water rides. Any of the big 3 at Islands of Adventure, Dudley Do-Rights, Popeyes, or Jurassic Park, absolutely obliterate Fire Drill over at Epic. It's not even close. Just looking at the theming alone, Dudley Do-Rights is in a different league. It's quirky, over the top, and packed with charm. While Fire Drill, a prestigious attraction in its own right, feels more like a filler attraction. A fun distraction, not near as iconic. Next, let's shift gears to dark rides. Bowser's Challenge in Super Nintendo World is probably most comparable when compared to the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man at Islands of Adventure. And honestly, that's a tough matchup. Spider-Man is still amazing after all these years. The ride system, the action, the humor, it holds up flawlessly. But to be fair, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge brings some fresh ideas to the table. The augmented reality goggles and interactive racing mechanics are a clever twist and give it a unique feel. It's a cool gimmick, but whether it holds up long-term like Spider-Man does remains to be seen. Still, point to Epic. Next, the comparison between Forbidden Journey and Monsters Unchained is a pretty interesting one. I've seen solid arguments from both sides on social media. Some people claim that Monsters doesn't quite hit the same fear factor and intensity they were hoping for, while others argue that Forbidden Journey still has the edge when it comes to pacing, timing, and overall ride flow. On the flip side, Monsters is praised for its impressive animatronics and atmosphere, so it's clearly not a slouch either. Since I haven't personally ridden Monsters yet, it wouldn't feel right for me to definitively say which one is better just based on POV videos. So for now, let's be fair and give both parks a point in this category. They both bring something strong to the table, until I experience it firsthand, it's a draw. That's pretty much where direct comparisons end. Sure, you could compare High in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train Ride at Islands to Yoshi's Adventure, but let's be honest with ourselves. This is Coaster Society, not Omnimover Society. They're fun, they're cute, they're well themed, but they're not moving the needle in this debate. However, Epic absolutely deserves a point for the Ministry of Magic ride. From everything we've seen and heard from this attraction, it is a monster. Whatever you try to put up against it from Islands, it's going to get demolished. I can confidently say that without even having ridden it, it will beat anything at Islands. Now, whether or not I even ever get to ride it, given the rumored maintenance headache it's already causing, is another story. But in terms of ambition and sheer wow factor, Epic gets another point. For the rest of the rides, I'm just going to kind of compare the remaining lineup as a package deal in less detail rather than going ride by ride. Let's be real here, once again, Islands of Adventure takes the cake. They have incredible depth. Their 3rd or 4th best ride is the incredible Hulk coaster. I don't care how wild Donkey Kong's Minecart Madness ends up being. Hulk's sheer intensity, that iconic launch, and its place in coaster history gives Islands of Adventure the edge. And it's not only Hulk, you've still got Dr. Doom's, Skull Island, Jurassic Park River Adventure, Popeye and Bluto's, and even Stormforce Accelatron filling out the roster. Epic's Universe remaining rides just don't stack up at the same level, at least not yet. So yeah, point to Islands. End of discussion. So in short, the large quantity and quality of the lineup at Islands of Adventure beats Epic's also superb lineup. But theming and immersion is a completely different story. Epic Universe may be the best themed theme park, get it, we've ever seen. Whatever portal you step into, you get transported into that world. And while Islands has Hogsmeade and Jurassic Park, which are well themed in their own right, even those lands don't come anywhere close to the theming at Epic. Super Mario is incredibly bubbly and colorful and feels like you got put into the video game. Isle of Berk is stunning, with animatronics like this one on screen now that look like they belong in their own dedicated ride. Dark Universe puts you straight into the dark, terrifying world of Universal's monsters. And Harry Potter... Okay, I think you get the point. Speaking of points, point to Epic. In broader family appeal, Islands of Adventure is no slouch. Seuss's Landing is a great family land with deep theming that is very immersive. Toon Lagoon is kind of a family-friendly area, but it appeals far less to children. That's kind of where the family appeal ends, however. Epic, on the other end of the spectrum, appeals far more to families. Super Nintendo World alone has more pull than the entirety of Islands of Adventure, because at its core, Mario is a family-friendly property. Isle of Berk is kid-focused, and Hiccups is a great starter family coaster for any of the kids. And Fire Drill is a kid-friendly shooting ride. When it comes to technological innovation, this one's a clear tie. Both parks have seriously pushed the envelope in their own ways. Islands brings some heavy hitters to this fight. Hagrid's, with its crazy ride systems and immersive storytelling. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, which was a true game changer for dark rides when it debuted. And Velocicoaster, which may not reinvent the wheel, but set a new standard for what a modern roller coaster should be. On the other hand, Epic Universe fires back hard with the Ministry of Magic, which from what we've seen so far is absolutely awe-inspiring and jaw-dropping. Then there's Donkey Kong, which somehow pulls off a track jumping effect that's blowing people's minds. Plus, Epic's new animatronics are next level, bigger, more lifelike, and more impressive than anything we've seen in any park before. Both parks have pushed innovation and stretched the limits of what's possible, each in their own separate way. So it's only fair to give both Islands and Epic a point here. Also, I want to give Epic a point for food because while Mythos is elite, it can't carry Islands of Adventure on its own, especially when the food of Epic looks so amazing and immersive and actually looks like it may taste good.
Hey Society, just finished editing the video, and I want to tell you, based on the point system, who won, in case you were curious. I wrote it on the back of my receipt for my Chinese food. I'm about to watch the Nugs, but Islands of Adventure scored 4 and Epic scored 6. So I predicted that Islands of Adventure was going to win and be the better park because it's obviously older and has had more time to develop. That's what I think, but the numbers don't lie. I guess I won't really know until I go. So thanks for watching. Welcome to the week of Epic if you don't know. I'm going to be posting a video about Epic every single day for the next week to celebrate it opening in a week now. And thanks for watching. Here's the road to 100K. God bless you all. Peace out.